Good morning from day 2 of my Big Sierra trip. What's the date? It's the July 21st. I had a pretty good sleep-ish. I mean, it rained a lot last night. Let me show you. Yes, here's proof that it rained. That's the footprint of where my tent was. I stayed dry, but the outside of my tent didn't. Hopefully it will get sunny at some point today, and then I can pull out my tent and dry it out. But yeah, the temperature wasn't bad, and yeah, it was a pretty good first night. And I'm off at the bright and early time of 7:53 a.m. I'm not one to get up early usually, but I'll hike until 8 o'clock. I have options to go either about 15 miles or maybe 17 miles. We'll see how far I get. I'm going towards Peeler Lake. Made it to lake number 2 of my trip. This is Peeler Lake. I'm at the other side of Peeler Lake. About to head down. What is this drainage? I don't remember the name. About to start going downhill. Something interesting I'm noticing about Peeler Lake is that there's outlets on both drainages. So it drains to the east and the west, both into the Great Basin and the like the California, I don't know which, San Joaquin or Stanislaus, or I don't know what drainage, but into the Sacramento River eventually. So that's cool. It's like a double drainage lake. Also, I'm entering the Yosemite Wilderness of Yosemite National Park. I'm leaving the Hoover Wilderness. So I guess there's a little reroute. Doesn't affect me because I'm going left anyway. But they're trying to restore the Carrick Meadow, which is great. And I'm gonna head towards Benson Lake and then up further towards Smedberg Lake and maybe Benson Pass. We'll see. This is Carrick Creek and Upper Carrick Meadow. Up back that way is Buckeye Pass. It's a lovely meadow. Let's see if I can avoid getting my feet wet. Looks like not. We'll see. Here's my yard sale of my tent. There's a little bit of sun peeking through, so trying to get it dried out because it might storm later today, but there's little patches of sky or sun at the moment. So I think I'm getting it mostly dry. Hi, dear. Hi, honey. I'm in Carrick Meadow, the lower part still. Very peaceful. These are some really big, neat crystals in the granite. So this must have, whatever pluton of granite this was, it had a long time to cool and form these crystals. I'm at the lower end of Carrick Meadow, amongst a lot of granite. That's really cool. I am at the junction where my trail joins with the Pacific Crest Trail. It's beautiful. Been hearing a little bit of thunder. I got a few sprinkles. Not so bad yet. And hopefully it won't be that bad. But yeah, I'm gonna do this climb up to Seavey Pass. And then a descent to Benson Lake, and then another big climb up to Smedberg Lake, and then I'll evaluate how I'm feeling. Here is lake number 3 on my way up to Seavey Pass. Here's lake number 4. I don't know what it's called or if it has a name. My topo map Gaia GPS is loaded at a lesser resolution, so it's not giving me names, but I think I'm about at the top of Seavey Pass at this point, and there's going to be a bunch of lakes up here if I remember correctly. Here is lake number 5, still up by Seavey Pass. Yeah, before I have a big descent. It's beautiful. Love the reflections in the water too. All right, this is lake number 6. And I remember jumping into this lake last year. I heard the water is really nice. It's kind of, I don't know if I'm gonna jump in today. It's kind of not super hot, but it's beautiful. Oh, it's so tempting to get in this water. There's a snake down there. It's close to the water. Majestic over there. I'm dropping all the way down. Benson Lake is hidden down there, and then I'll be going all the way back up to Smedberg Lake. My first peek at Benson Lake. I'm probably not going to walk to it because it's another half-mile side trail. And I've been there before. I was there last year. I'm almost to the bottom of my descent, only to go straight back up over there. I'm at the very bottom. Benson Lake is that way. I'm going uphill to Smedberg Lake. I'll probably have some dinner there, and then I'll try to see how I feel and maybe go a little further than that, maybe on the other side of Benson Pass. But yeah, we'll see. I'm down at like 7,500 feet, and I think I have maybe another 2,000 foot climb over the next 6 or 7 miles. So it'll be a nice cardio at the end of the day. I've gone about 12 miles so far. I camped in this area last year when I hiked in this area, and we've got some really neat metamorphosed rock, possibly of the shoe fly complex. Here's some more of the red up there. But yeah, just started my climb and will continue to climb. But I'm grateful that it's overcast and not hot, so I don't get super overheated. I'm taking shelter under this giant tree while there's a rainstorm happening. It's doing a really good job, actually. So, I'm maybe a third of the way up my climb to Benson Lake. And yeah, just gonna chill out for a minute and hopefully the rain will calm down soon. Pretty waterfall. The sun's come out after that downpour. I'm getting wet from all the plants, but it's changing dynamic weather. Alright, I think I've made it mostly to the top of my climb. Whew. Less than a mile to Smedberg Lake. Back in some really good granite. Beautiful evening. I made it to Smedberg Lake. I'm gonna post up right here and have a little dinner. It's turning out to be a beautiful evening. I've gone about 16 miles so far. I'm enjoying my burrito bowl dinner. Such a good view. It's been a good day. Lots of hiking. Amazing views. Been meeting a lot of people, PCT hikers, and then just other hikers doing cool stuff. So, yeah, really happy to be out here. All right, dinner's complete. And now I'm gonna head a little bit further down the trail. But this is such a cool lake. Another neat thing about this lake is that it's very remote to get to it from any trail. It's like, gosh, at least 15, 20 miles. So you gotta work for it to get here. But it's so wonderful. Okay, this is home for the night. Hopefully I can get my 10 steaks in. But yeah, I don't know if I should risk it with, looks like the sky is pretty clear, so I could potentially cowboy camp, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. I might try to pitch my tent and see what happens. But yeah, I made it. 17.16 miles for the day. Almost 4,000 feet of climbing. Got it pitched. The stakes weren't going in, so I'm using rocks to hold up the tent. I think it's supposed to be a calm night, so hopefully it won't be an issue. Yeah, happy with this spot. It's a beautiful evening. Look, there's the moon.